Hey guys, I'm here at Urban South Brewery. It is their second location in the U.S. when they chose to come to Houston. I'm here with Marin. Am I saying that correctly? She does the taproom and marketing for this location here. So she's going to tell us a little bit about what we're looking at and the plans and everything.
Well, I really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with us this morning, Saturday morning, on a beautiful day. But we are, yes, Urban South, HTX. We're opening in Sawyer Yards just in a very short period of time. We are brewing all the beer here in-house and serving all of our in-house production-made products in this beautiful tap room.
Nice.
We're still in construction phases. We do have a couple of weeks to go, but we'll be opening and announcing an opening date very, very soon.
Great. So I already like this, the light colors that you guys have up there. Like, what's the theme of, like, it seems like it's a very colorful brewery. Like, it's all about.
It's to be very fun, inviting, and just the culture of what craft beer is. All from anybody who knows nothing about craft beer to connoisseurs from all over the world will be able to come and enjoy all kinds of products of all ranges of styles, including beers, and then we'll also do wines and ciders, meads, and non-alcoholic beverages as well.
Okay, so will it mostly just be drinks, or will you have food too as well?
So we will be offering all of the beverages, and then we'll bring in outside food vendors so we can partner with community sources and really awesome food talent that's out there that might not necessarily offer the beverage side.
Oh yeah, there's amazing. And I know a lot of people partner with food trucks, and there's some cult followings that people have here in Houston with food trucks and.
It's a really great symbiotic relationship that breweries can have with food vendors, and we provide all the beverage, and we need somebody to provide some food.
Yeah.
We'll provide all the food, and we'll provide all the beverage. So it works.
Sounds like a plan. And you've got a really nice outside space here too, where it would be perfect for trucks to park out there, and then people are inside. And I like that you guys have these big, these garage doors. So like if you guys want to do an indoor, outdoor type of situation.
So we'll have seating at the bar. We'll have 30 taps. We'll also have packaged beer to go that we will actually can here in-house, all of our products. We'll have a good sized birch store, and then we'll have tall tops, low tops, and some lounge spaces all throughout the facility.
Great. I already like the way it looks here. And so who did this mural?
Nikki Davis did this mural for us.
This is awesome.
Really talented mural artist in the Houston area. You can see him pop up all over the place. His murals are everywhere. So we actually were able to partner with him and him do this beautiful piece of work for us.
This is great. And how did you guys come to choose this location? This is like a great central location. You're in the loop. You're near everybody going out on Washington. You've got the Heights area.
So founders over in New Orleans, Jacob and Kyle, about 2 years ago knew that they wanted to come over here. The New Orleans location's been open for 3 years. They are booming over there, producing about 20,000 barrels of beer a year. And now it was time to expand that brand, but maybe under a different model. So this is now the taproom experience model, which Houston is so great at capturing that experience, and we wanted to really, really drive hard at what that means as a hospitality side of what craft beer can be. Great. So Houston and this area, they've actually been looking for a couple of years. They found a really awesome realtor, knew what things were going to be happening in this area over the next 2 to 5 years, and definitely caught it at a really, really good time.
Well, you did, because I mean, you can definitely just see all the amount of construction in this area, everything that this area is coming up. There's going to be a whole lot of new stuff here. You've got some sweet partners that I'm sure will take over the other parts of this building.
We do. We have next to us is actually a barbecue spot.
Oh, that's like
called
perfect.
Famous. Next to them is going to be a Wolfgang Puck catering storefront. So it's more of just a catering space. So you can see what they're doing. Next to that is Urban Axis, where you can go throw hatchets as well as
I've been wanting to do that.
It's quite fun. And then next to that is City Orchard, so a cidery. Cider at the very end, and there's beer on this end. The great thing is you can walk up and down with all your beverages and your food. It's pretty great.
This is going to be a really nice spot. So for those of us who may not be as experienced in craft room, can you kind of elaborate more on what is meant with the tap room and what that means versus like going to a club and getting a beer or a restaurant and getting a beer?
Yeah, great. So we actually produce the beer that you will drink here in-house. So we are a brewery that we are manufacturing. The space behind all the windows over there is actually the brew house and the cellar, where we actually do all of the fermentation and all of the packaging of the product. But what's great about the tap room is that we are able to take that product and put it on draft right here and serve it to a guest, all in the same building that it was produced and manufactured.
Awesome.
So you're able to sit in the area, you're able to enjoy the space, more of a, think of it like a restaurant style. Think of it like going to a cocktail bar or a craft beer bar, but it's actually just sitting adjacent to the manufacturing facility that is producing the product.
Right, so you eliminate the middle person of getting from the beer to the restaurant.
That's eliminating the middle person. You're delivering directly to the guest, providing more of a hands-on experience because it is the team that created the product that's serving you the product.
Oh, that's good, and they can answer questions and
it's more of an in-touch experience and more of a hands-on experience, a really cooperative and collaborative experience with the guest versus a server that doesn't necessarily know product A from product B from product C because it's all different breweries or different beers or different wines from across the nation. They're all made right here and they're all served to you probably by us that had our hands in it in some way.
Great. Well, I mean, as you know, the home brewing and breweries are really trendy right now. There's a lot of them. We already have a lot here in Houston. So what will make Urban South stand out from the other breweries that are here?
Yeah, so we're really going to push the boundaries on what beer can be. The concept of what beer is in everyone's brain is different. But we really want to push the boundaries on styles and additions, different fruits, different hops, different malt bills, different grain bills, different all kinds of use of wood, of barrels and primary fermentation, secondary fermentation in those, then putting it in a packaged product of a can and selling it to go with all kinds of different label art and merchandise art and aesthetics of the space to be able to tie it all together as a whole experience. That's really our goal, is to really push the bounds of what craft beer is and what Houston could experience and should experience.
And that sounds great. Like, I actually, ironically, I'm a chemical engineer. So the brewing aspect of making beer is really awesome to me because it's all like the chemical engineering of it.
It is.
But I'm
turning valves and moving hoses.
It is. I'm like a lot of vats, a lot of stainless steel and all that stuff. But I guess for me, I'm still trying to get my taste buds up to beer because I've always been like, cocktail girl or whatever. So I'm like, maybe I'll branch out. But even if like I like that you said you also offer non-alcoholic drinks as well, because for people who may not want to drink or just want to come and hang out, they can still come with their friends. This is the inviting space, bright colors. I guess it'll also just be a nice place to come hang.
It is. It's just a fun place to come hang. We'll have all kinds of events and parties, all kinds of engagements as well. So it's not just coming and drinking beer. It's not. It's coming and drinking beer or a cider or a mead or a wine that we'll have on draft or a draft kombucha that we'll have or cold brew coffee that we'll have or another non-alcoholic beverage we'll create or a cocktail style beer that we'll make as well.
See, I've tried that. A cocktail style beer sounds like it's more of my alley.
We'll definitely push the bounds for that and make sure that those things happen so that it is an all-around experience for everybody that can come. From ages 0 to 99, we'll be able to come and experience the space and really, really enjoy, what we're producing and what we're also partnering with. It's not just what we're producing, it's what we can partner with. So yes, we have 30 taps. We'll probably fill about 20 of them, 25 of them, and then leave, 5, 6 to 10 of them for extra fun, additional collaborative things. Cold brew coffee, local kombucha, local wines, cider from down there, all those things. So definitely more of a all-around experience, but also what craft beer experience is.
I saw that, and I have a coworker who he homebrews a lot. He'll bring in stuff for us to take home, and like I think sometimes he partners with local breweries. Like they do competitions and stuff for people who homebrew. Would you consider anything like that potentially in the future?
We're always open to anybody's ideas of creative, fun collaborations, and just see what works for all.
Great. Well, I think that's all I have questions for. Oh, one more question. Yes. Outside, do you plan to have like outdoor space? Because I know some people like to bring their dogs and like we have like.
So we do have this front area that will have patio seating up top, and then down we have what we're calling the bleachers.
I saw those. I was like, these stairs are different from the.
They look like bleachers. There's a little yard out there. We'll have picnic tables, and then the power hookups for the food trucks are out there as well.
Oh, that's perfect.
We did host a bottle share in December as a supply drive for Bark for pet adoptions for the holidays. It was great. So we didn't have any beer. We were not open. We invited everybody just to kind of sneak peek, just like you're doing. Sit outside on the patio and donate to Bark and bring some beers to share as a holiday spirit thing. We had about 100 people on that patio.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Man, I wish I'd known about that. How'd I miss that?
Facebook, Instagram.
Okay, all right. I'm all over it now. I'm going to tell everybody where they can follow you guys for some events.
Follow us, for sure. We'll be hosting all kinds of parties. My favorite thing to do is throw parties and why not around a great craft beer release of some kind?
That sounds great. So I know you can't guarantee right now what that opening date, but just how many months do you think it'll be?
Really, really close. We're like at the sprint to the finish line.
Awesome.
The biggest thing we needed to do was be able to brew beer so that we could put beer on the catwalk. So we actually were able to brew beer this last week. We're actually in the process of just brewing until all the tanks are full. We're fermenting beers already, which means beer process is happening, which means about 4 to 5 weeks we'll be open.
Hey guys, now we're inside. One of my favorite parts of a brewery is where all the hard work is done. This is where the chemical engineer in me gets really excited.
We do low bittering additions on the hot side, and then very hoppy, dry hop additions on the fermentation side. So you get more of the aromatics from the fruit and not the bittering from the fruit, or I'm sorry, the hops. I don't know what I'm talking about, fruit.
It's okay.
However, whenever you talked about the next beer that we do, the lager, we do a lot more hop additions on the hot side to create a little bit more bittering for a crisp, clean lager that at the end of the day, after you've been working really, really hard, you're sweaty, you really just want to chug a really awesome lager, and I'm really excited for that to happen in a couple of weeks for us. Same with the IPA though, it's super crushable, really easy, low low ABV. We're sitting at probably like a 6% on our IPA, and then our lager we're sitting at like a 4 or 5. So really crushable, really patio pounding. You can sit outside and enjoy a couple, and then we'll probably have them in cans that you can take home with you.
Great. And like the whole concept here is that even though there's an Urban South brewery in New Orleans, is what you get there, you're not necessarily going to taste here. Like the whole point here is brewing outside of the box, basically.
Yeah, it really is. So this is actually the research and development location of Urban South out of New Orleans. So yes, whenever you talk about Paradise Park, it is a crisp, clean lager. We are not actually creating the same recipe as Paradise Park, but we are creating a crisp, clean lager.
Gotcha.
So those styles that you love and adore that Urban South creates, we will still be creating those styles just on this brew system with different hop additions, different fruit additions, and in a different beautifully wrapped can, all under the brand of Urban South HTX.
Great. And if somebody were to travel to New Orleans, where is the Urban South Brewery over there?
It's over off Chapatoulas.
Okay.
It's really great brewery row over there. You can go say hi to Urban South and go over to Miel and kind of walk around, as well as Brewery Hop. But they're doing great things over there. It is such a large space. You can get a lot of good people in there. They have a tap room as well. You can sit and enjoy beverages as well in there. They have food trucks and food vendors as well. So it's the same kind of model. It's just very New Orleans style.
Great.
And then this is very Houston style.
Well, basically, I think ever since Katrina, there's been a lot of back and forth between people who live in New Orleans and Houston, and a lot of traveling. So it's like, I meet people all the time here in Houston for the weekend. We're from New Orleans, or you go to New Orleans. So it's nice to know that, like, oh, I know I like urban style, so I can get into Houston and New Orleans. So
the ties between New Orleans and Houston are very, very strong.
Yeah.
The ties between New Orleans owners and Houston are very strong. Kyle and Jacob, founders of Urban South, both have family here in Houston.
Great.
So they're able to come and see and hang, and then enjoy the brewery that they opened as well.
Great.
So it's really, really great opportunity for all of us to be doing this in Houston for the Urban South brand.
Great. And then here's my chemical engineering questions. Yeah. Just how long does it take you to get through a batch of just like a new beer that you're trying to do?
Okay, so the brew side of it, where you're creating the actual sugar water, is about a full day work process. From 8 o'clock in the morning mashing to all the way to knocking out, transferring to tape, pitching yeast by say 5 o'clock in the evening. You then are going to sit on those beers and let them do their work in the fermentation vessels while you're watching them, taking care of them, babying them. An ale takes about 3-ish weeks, but a lager can take anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks.
Wow.
On continuation and how it's moving, how it's doing. The beer really speaks for itself. The beer tells us when it's ready, and we kind of roll with it that way.
Great. I'm just going to do a little 360 video of in here. And so how many people does it take to operate a brewery? Like, so I'm sure.
So right now there's 3 of us.
Okay.
So it is Justin, Dave, and myself that are on site every day getting this up and running. We have had help from New Orleans come in, operations managers and some really talented engineer type style people that have helped us put together this entire glycol system.
Yep.
All of the wiring the entire brewery, our RO filter installment, our boiler installment, so many extra people that have come in and help us. But when it comes to the brewing and the front of house and all of the execution to get open, it's Justin, Dave, and myself.
Gotcha.
We haven't even talked about our barrels yet.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's talk about the barrels.
Cool. So also stainless on the other side, we have wood. So we use wood for many different reasons: primary fermentation, secondary fermentation, and aging. We do currently these are red wine barrels that we then filled with our IPA base, and then we pitch bugs into them to make a sour beer. So they're actually doing the entire fermentation process in the barrel. So that's really exciting. That's fun and inventive, and then we'll be able to take it out of the barrel and put it on fruit, put it in a can, put it on draft, and sell it to go. We also use it for the aging process and the secondary side, where you can take a stout, and that's already fermented all the way in stainless, put it in, say, a bourbon barrel that's been freshly dumped, and it really extracts and tames all that bourbon flavor from the wood, and then raises the ABV a little bit and makes it for more of a upper echelon stout.
Well, what I really love the part of the barrel part of the brew process, because it's just so cool, like, you know, using wine barrels or liquor barrels, and I think that's like the part I like, the smell. Like if I go into a barrel room, I'm like, oh my God, this smell, it smells, and it's just like, it's like it's not like rubbing alcohol smell. It's like an enjoyable alcohol smell. Yeah, it's like spirits, and it's like a fragrance that I like.
Spirits more oaky.
Yes, woods and you know, like if someone were to come and make a fragrance, they like, you know, they use woods and different things in making fragrances, and so I've always enjoyed the smell.
What you can do with wood.
Yeah.
Bourbon barrels, brandy, red wine, Chardonnay, port, tequila, you name it, they have it. There's even companies now that do their hot sauce in bourbon barrels, and then we'll dump it and give you the hot sauce barrel, so you can make a spicy beer out of a bourbon barrel.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
We've seen maple syrup barrels. We've seen so many fun different things that we can then put a beer into, and then push the limits even further.
Because I know, like, unless you're like behind the scenes on here, like a lot of people associate wood, like when you're doing barbecue and you're doing your brisket, the mesquite woods and the things like that. So it's just cool to see like it can be used for your drinks as well, and everything like that.
So really fun is our second private event space is actually our little room. So all of our wood will be living in the space behind this wall over here that you can actually have an event around all of the wood. So it makes for a really nice backdrop, really intimate setting, really fancy rehearsal dinner.
That's where I want to go for my event then.
Exactly.
The barrel room.
So we can have all kinds of fun parties around all of these things that make the great liquid we're enjoying while we're, you know, celebrating whatever we're celebrating.
Great.